Here we go. It's called Next Coffee's on Me. No need to say goodbye, she said. It's next coffee's on me. After 52 years of separation, last time I heard her voice was tight in utero. That familiar accent, such a young voice, deprived of hello and definitely not a goodbye. After a reunion, that was my mountaintop peak, she left me again. Last words, just go. I waited to hear next coffee's on me. She boarded the plane, never to be seen again, and my coffee is cold. On the list, on the run sheet, it says Louise and to be announced, so I might just keep going. Here we go. I love this one. I have met my best friend, it's called. I have met my best friend, you say. My heart skips a beat. How precious the moment just after we meet. We complete one another hand in glove, the shoe fits. Same rituals, beliefs and passions for others. So now why the silence? Is not keeping in touch what you do when it all gets too much. My besties don't do this. We are hand in glove. Show kind and compassion and each other love. Please come back. We could take it much slower. Best friends are rarely so quickly all over. And on a happier note, I can't work out which one to read, but I think I'll do the first meeting. This is when I met my biological half-brother when I met him. I won't spoil the story, that's right, isn't it, David? Outside at night, icicles on pine trees, wooden logs for seating in the winter garden. Surrounded by skyscrapers, yet still there is a freezing cold breeze. The clinking of glasses and Merry Christmas cheers are heard. Fairy lights abound, creating a magical atmosphere, surreal. The tall man, with a long coat and scarf, punches a number into his phone. It rings close by, and he realises he is standing in front of his new older sister. She is even more rugged up and squeals like an excited child as she excitedly asks for a hug, which they both agree is so weird. Let's do this, he confidently declares, as they purposely walk off towards the noise of a wine bar, as tears roll down her cheeks as she gazes up into his face. The smile could not be wider. The leap in her steps as she tries to keep up is exhilarating to see. Such joy and excitement. It must be Christmas. And the second time I met him was on another trip I went with my cousin. And again, yet it was winter, but I'll read it to you anyway. He seemed such a strong and confident character. Hurriedly he approached the platform, rugged up against the London Christmas weather. Condensation from his every breath and a mist drifting above his moustache. Perhaps it was greying, or was it loaded with snowflakes? His scarf was both neat and casual, thrown around his powerful neck, below his kind face and his piercing eyes. He was purposeful, yet relaxed, and exuded a quiet confidence. He stood still and looked at his phone and smirked, his eyebrows raised, and he typed out a text. Yes, Barking is a London platform, but I'll raise you to Rooty Hill, he giggled. As he glanced down the tracks, he rocked back and forth on his feet, his expensive shoes squeaking. Was that a nervous rock, or is he just trying to stop his toes freezing over? The roll of his eyes and shake of his head, he seemed dismayed, maybe. There may have even been a nervous shiver as he scanned the windows of the slowing train. Which carriage are you in, he typed. First one is the reply. He hurried to that end of the platform. He was breathing quite fast now, almost jumping foot to foot. Finally, the train stopped. He stood so close to the doors that he would stop people from exiting past him. He must have known that is not how it works around here. The doors opened, and out jumped a lady, excitedly yelling, "Jason!" and falling straight into his arms. He swung her around and said, "We're on the wrong platform. We need to catch this back to Kensington." She giggled and followed, hardly taking her eyes off him. As they board the train, her Aussie accent can be heard against his deep, calm voice. That explains her snow boots, fur-lined beanie under the hooded snow jacket, and rosy red cheeks. It's probably 45 degrees in the shade where she comes from, and she's not acclimatised yet. She's ultra excited and talking non-stop with pace, so she is barely understood by the others on the train. Their carriage slowly fills in silence. The other passengers are interested in what is going on at the front of the carriage. The silence is deafening, but they don't seem to notice. He loosens his scarf, placing his warm arm around her shoulders as they giggle and nod to each other. Her smile is wide, like she's won lotto. The chatting is endless, although he struggles to finish a sentence. They sometimes both say the same words, ask the same questions, like twins, and then both giggle like children. She is in awe of this strong, wise-looking fellow, and he appears to care for her as they carry on their conversation, apparently oblivious to the carriage of people, the audience, as if they were performing on a stage.